Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic
All
like
right,
Dom singing.
5
Blasting
takeaways.
like
How much
bombs
time do we
ringing.
have? We don't know. All right, 5 takeaways from this week. Number 1, Burrow and the Bengals are back, baby. They're back. Burrow apparently has no restrictions anymore. He's 100% healthy. Me and Zane took him against the Bills. I think this is the turnaround game where everything clicks, similar to last year. I don't remember which game it was exactly that it happened in, but I think this is the week where, especially if they get a win against the Bills, this is where they start chugging, they start going, and they start making that push for the AFC Championship. Will they be there? Absolutely not. But Burrow's back. The number 3 quarterback in the league is back. I love it. 2.
No. We have to talk about this.
Okay. All right. You guys go.
Trev.
Yes,
what's your
sir.
take? What's your take?
Well, are they back?
I hate you.
2
so
games?
much.
2 games? I will say that play with Joe Burrow where he freaking stiff arms Nick Bosa off of his body, eyes downfield, steps up, finesse move, tosses the rock down the field.
If that was
nasty.
Patrick Mahomes, we'd be seeing that for the next month on ESPN.
That's a fact. That's a fact. This man is spitting right now.
All I do is spit.
That's all you got to say, Trav?
I'll say they're back. I think
This guy's got no hard bones in his body.
You don't have no hard bones.
I just think, I mean, you guys.
I think from the injury that Joe Burrow had, he became too reliant on Jamar Chase, and I don't think he's going to share the rock. And I think that's going to come out to bite them once they start playing better teams, especially when it gets to the playoffs. Once it gets to the playoffs, when they actually just start 100% covering Jamar Chase, I don't know how they're going to shift when they've been so reliant on Jamar Chase just to get them a couple of wins.
Okay.
But I want them to be back.
Yeah, you do want them to be back.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, you do.
You do want them to be back. Yeah,
I know
do.
you do. I know you want to be back.
What's wrong with you?
Are we able to go to the next one or no?
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, I think we are. All right.
You want to go to the next one?
Don't you?
This is
Don't
a 2A.
you want to go?
Don't
this
you?
Is a 2A and
with
2B.
Your melanin skin looking all soft over there.
That's crazy.
With that curly hair, could wrap around my fingers.
That's so crazy. That's crazy. All right. This is a part 2A and 2B.
All right, that was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one, Trev.
All right, 2A and 2B. 2A this is outside of Aaron Rodgers. I feel like this is the biggest injury of the year. Kirk went down with an Achilles tear. What does this make of the Vikings? Like I want to believe in Josh Dobbs. I want to believe that this offense can be still, because this is by far the best team he's played for. I still don't believe that Justin Jefferson's going to come back this year, which is why I traded him. But he's going to get a ton of volume. This team is good. He's got weapons. TJ Hawkinson's obviously very solid. Jordan Addison has been playing out of his mind when he's getting the targets he needs to. Alexander Mattson and Cam Akers, there's that fight in the backfield. For real football, it's great. And I think it breeds nothing but good things for them. For fantasy, it's terrible, but the defense has been playing well. I don't know.
I'll say this.
I want to believe in Josh Dobbs.
Learning the play when your number one wide receiver is gone is good to a certain extent. Learning the play without him and learning to be successful without your number one target. That to an extent is very good for a team.
Well, it makes no difference for Josh
Okay,
Dobbs because he never had Justin Jefferson. That's what I'm saying.
But learning the play without your quarterback is not good. There's nothing good about learning the play without your number one quarterback.
I don't know. I think this is where we see if Kirk Cousins is, I'm going to say something here, is a product of
Okay,
the
he's
system.
back on the Kirk Cousins hate. Back on it. It just took an injury. Now he's back on the Kirk Cousins hate.
No, I'm not. I'm saying this is where we find out if he's a product of the system or if he's Big Dick Kirk. Because if Josh Dobbs rolls into town and throws for starts throwing for 300 yards for the rest of the season,
I mean, you could just say that
he looks like him.
Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs was on one of the worst teams, and I keep saying one of the worst teams. He's not the one of the worst teams, but he wasn't on a good team, the Cardinals, and he still made it work. I feel like Josh Dobbs is a very good quarterback, and the only reason why the Cardinals got rid of him is because they have Kyler Murray, who they're paying a crap ton of money.
But that's what I'm. But so you're agreeing with me though. This is where we see if it's Kirk or if it's the system.
I'm saying we either see if it's the system or it's Dobbs, because I think Dobbs can make the team better, because I think Dobbs is a great quarterback.
Okay. Well, we won't find out.
I'm not taking anything away from Kirk.
Unless Hall is terrible through the first half, we won't see him till week 10. So we won't really know. So that's 2A. 2B is, can the Niners stop the skid? They've dropped 3 straight games. Brock Purdy looked like a lame duck. He was clearly still concussed in last week's game.
I saw that video.
It was
about
so
him being
bad.
concussed.
It was so bad. Like his head hit the ground once and man was holding his helmet like this. Like
he's on bye week this week, isn't he?
Yes. So my question to you guys that I want to pose is, can the Niners stop the skid coming off the bye week? Is this Debo said that he's good to go. He's going to be good to go come week 10. So is this where we pick back up? The Niners get back to who they are. They just added another defensive piece this week.
I think
deadline.
I think what you're really seeing is that the Niners are only good with star players. They don't have a good scheme. They don't have a good run game or pass game or a good defensive scheme at all. I mean, maybe not a defensive scheme, but they're really only successful with those star players. And once, like, even just Debo leaving, just Debo getting hurt, they fall into a skid. It really shows how reliant the 49ers are on having star players. They have the most star players, I would say, out of any other team. They have Ayuk, Debo, they have Kittle, and then they have, I don't even know their running back, but Christian McCaffrey. What do you mean I don't know their running back? Four star players that could be the number one target on any team that they played for, except for obviously a few of those great teams. I mean, imagine Patrick Mahomes with that team. Imagine the damage that he could do with that team. The team is crazy itself. The scheme is terrible.
All right.
Bro, that's crazy.
All right.
That's
bro.
wild.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm
gonna let Trav take this one.
You're saying they can't, like, they don't have, like, okay.
Bro,
it's
how
so
many?
much-
Wait. How many teams have you seen that have been successful with one great running back, one great wide receiver, and one great tight end? Those are Super Bowl contender teams. This is a team with 2 great wide receivers, one of the best running back in the league, and then a top 10 tight end. And they're falling, they're skidding.
Could you not say the same for the Vikings? They have a top quarterback, a top 10 tight end.
What about
their
running
defense
back?
isn't even bad?
Running back? What about running back? Addison? You're putting Addison in the same sort of space as Christian McCaffrey?
Mattson.
Well, let me look at this though, bro. Because
and they have Justin Jefferson, and then who else? Addison wasn't good until Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he was.
Dev, come on. Dev, come on, bro. Come on. Bro, the amount of times you're talking about Addison being bad, and now all of a sudden, no.
When have I talked about bro?
All right, so Addison is as good as Ayuk. Addison is as good as Ayuk.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then Debo, Addison is as good as Debo.
No, that's Justin Jefferson.
Let's just back into the 49ers. Let's just back up to the 49ers real quick, bro.
Yeah, bro. That was a bad comparison. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Okay, let's just.
I don't know where to start with his.
I don't
thing.
either, bro. Okay, here's
Let's
all I'm
start
gonna
with the
say.
defense. Let's start with the
Here's
defense.
all I'm gonna say. With the defense. Here's all I'm gonna say.
I already said maybe not the defense because the defense is really good.
Well,
I
and the
already
defense
said
just
that.
got better. The defense just got better.
Yeah, I already
Yes.
said that.
And they're coming
I
off a
said
bye
maybe not the
week.
defense.
Where everyone was hurt. I mean, McCaffrey's playing damn near hurt, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So a
he is.
bye week, bro. I think they're good the rest of the year. I think they're solid now. I don't think
agree.
there's much to worry about.
I
They're all
agree. I
gonna be
think they stopped the
rested.
skid.
I
They come
think
out against the
but you guys
Jags, too.
You guys aren't
They come out against the
like
Jags, too.
combating. What I'm saying is that when one of them gets hurt, their
You said
offense
their
really
system. You said their system is flawed when they probably have the best system in the National Football League.
Bro,
yeah,
like
okay.
the-
You were saying a couple weeks ago that Mac Jones could step in and play there because of their system. And now you're saying they have the worst system in the
facts.
league.
Facts. He's spitting right now.
Clip me, man. Clip me,
Clip me.
man. Clip
Yes,
me,
sir.
man.
That's
we
a
might have to
fact.
clip that. We might have to clip that. I don't know if I said Mac Jones. But all I'm saying is that it showed that like I'm still talking, like the main point I made is that they have one of their star players. They still have the rest of their star players. Just one falls out of the system, and then all of a sudden they just flop. Who's the second?
Their quarterback, their number one receiver, and the number one quarterback. Literally the two most.
Their
important
quarterback
people.
played. Their quarterback played.
Concussed. The man couldn't
Half
tell
of them played. Half of them played.
Okay, you guys cannot say that when he played. You guys can't say, "Oh, but he's concussed." You can't play in the NFL when you're concussed. He may look concussed, may like I saw the clip. I thought he was concussed, but the 49ers played him. So according to them, he was not concussed. You cannot throw him into this. The only person that was hurt was Debo Samuel.
I don't know about that, man.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
My man got cleared like a day before the game.
Yeah, he got cleared though. So
Like
we're not gonna use that.
We're not gonna use that
look, because he played.
Coming out next week. Hey, Jags. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this right now. I'm taking the Niners against the Jags, and it's
Give me
gonna
the
be a
Niners.
mollywhopping.
Yeah, because they
next
have
week.
all their players. That was the whole point. They have all of their players. So they're gonna be great with all of their players. Soon as one of their players drops out.
That was the question, Zane.
But
That was the question. Do they
you
stop
also
the skid?
You also said earlier, learning to play without your number one receiver is a good thing, but learning to play without your number one quarterback isn't. When your
They
number
had
one
their
quarterback,
quarterback.
bro, but you can't say they had their number one quarterback, bro.
They
He's
did. He
literally playing
played.
at like 40%.
Okay, keep saying that. All right. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go call up the flipping commissioner and be like, "Hey, he was concussed." Right? He
No.
played.
I'm
The
not saying
49ers said he was good to go.
The question, Zane. The question
yeah,
here is, are they going to stop
doesn't
the
mean he's
skid?
healthy.
Yeah, the question here is, are they going to stop the skid after the bye week? That's the question here.
I know that was the question. I answered my own question by just on the 49ers. Or write that down, Travis. By on the 49ers for when one of their top players goes out, they just suck. All right.
That's crazy.
Answering the
That's so
question is
crazy.
once they get Debo back, yes, they will stop the skid.
That's so
But-
crazy.
I fixated on the point. What do you mean that's crazy?
That's
They
so
lost
crazy.
Debo and then they started losing. What's crazy about that? That's just what happened. I'm telling you of the past. Debo got hurt. They started losing. Therefore, I can make a hypothesis that when one of their star players goes down, all of a
Right, Shaw,
sudden,
don't hurt yourself with these big words here, bro.
I think I made my point very clear.
Okay.
And I'm going to clip this to make me right.
I'm more confused now, but
Yeah, I'm very all right. We're
Yeah,
moving on
it
to
hurts
number
your little
three.
brains, doesn't it?
All right, we're moving on to number 3.
I'm going
The
to piss
Cowboys
on
flex-
your grave.
The Cowboys flexed their firepower this week, but it doesn't matter. That's my take. I'm sticking to it. I don't think you guys are going to disagree with me, but I mean, the Cowboys flex their firepower against a Rams team where Stafford basically obliterated his thumb. They couldn't get anything going.
Rams do not have a great defense, by the way. They have Aaron Donald, and that's it.
I think they have the worst defense in the NFL. Like statistically.
Statistically, really?
Yeah, that's why for
At
me,
least on
that,
fantasy, they're the worst fantasy defense. I know that.
yeah, like I've seen some people saying like, "Oh, Cowboys are back," and obviously we know how we feel about the Cowboys, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying about the Cowboys, fan. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
One
they're
good
like,
game, one
right,
good game against a mediocre defense. They go
like,
crazy.
Yeah, they're like, "Well, we
stop talking. I'm talking." Sorry, actually, sorry. I'm still heated from the 49ers thing. Dev, my apologies. You go, man. I'm so sorry.
We don't finish your thought. It's really important.
Okay.
So go ahead.
They go up against a mediocre defense. This is the first time CD scored over 30 in fantasy. I'm pretty sure he got 41. That's the highest he's ever been, right? A fluke for them, a fluke for CD. And they're like, oh, they're back. Super Bowl contenders, right? They started the season saying Super Bowl contenders, and then they got ripped apart. Dead silent. All of a sudden they come back. Oh, we've been riding with these boys from the beginning. No. Fake fans. I hate the fans. They suck. Stop saying the word Super Bowl. Just say playoffs. Just be like, oh, they can make the playoffs this year. They haven't won the Super Bowl in like 10 years. Stop saying that, oh, this is our year to win the Super Bowl.
Okay. I don't think we need to add anything. I think Zane took care of that.
He
No.
got it.
I'm gonna leave so you guys can talk.
No, you
Okay.
got it.
Number 4. This one's less of an opinion and more of just like I like watching them. Jahmyr Gibbs shows what that pick wasn't a waste. Everyone was like, the Jahmyr Gibbs pick for the Lions was a waste, but we've seen him in a featured back role, and he looks fantastic. So super fun to watch. Same thing with Levis, super fun to watch. And then Sammy Sosa, I said it earlier. I just love watching him throw the rock around the field. Like, he's just a dog. Like, after watching that game against the Bears, and I know it's the Bears poverty franchise, but like 330 in an NFL game, in the second half of an NFL game, is wild. And I think that what's going to fall under the radar, what's going to go under the radar this year is Eric Bieniemy's offense. No one's talking about it because they're not winning games. But Eric Bieniemy, like, if you're watching football and you're a coach or you're a general manager, you're watching this. Even though they're not winning games, there's reasons why, it's not the offense that's not winning games. You know what I mean? They're putting up points to win games. And so I think that I wouldn't be surprised if we see next year, like, with the Raiders firing, I could see Eric Bieniemy sliding into the head coach role there. Like, that one's a new one that's a coaching firing that just happened, that I could see Eric Bieniemy sliding into that. And if they are able to find a way to move off of Jimmy Garoppolo and probably move off of Devontae and slide into
wait. Sorry. Move off Devontae.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna move off of G, you might as well move over and just start over. Like, really hard reset and commit to somebody. And if you're gonna commit to Bieniemy, then commit. No. That's what I'm saying. Get off of both of them. Grab a quarterback from somebody. And
I'm down for trading Jimmy and Myers, but I mean Devontae. I'm not down for trading Devontae.
I think Devontae looks great, but I think he's lost a step, and I think you can if you're going to restart, you might as well fully hit the reset button. And if you're the Raiders, what you need is to commit to somebody. And if Bieniemy is that guy and you want to commit to Bieniemy, then you just start over and you go get his guys. If he's fine with going with Jimmy and Adams, great. But if he wants other guys, you fully commit, you hit the reset button.
I don't like you putting Jimmy and Devontae in the same boat, because don't like Jimmy. I like Devontae.
No.
I want Jimmy out of here.
But I'm not getting rid of Devontae because he's bad.
Devontae wants out anyways.
would-
The kind of the main
Yeah,
issue. It's
I
not
would
really
move Devontae.
it's not really
Yes.
like them getting rid of him. It's more of like he's ready. I think even
It's-
if with
it's
the
a-
new coaches, he's ready to go.
I
would
want
be a
Jimmy
happy-
playing. I
It
want
would be a
Jimmy playing.
happy. Go ahead. Go. Say what you're gonna say.
I want Jimmy playing for the Shanghai Sharks. That's what I want. Deep in my heart, I want Jimmy playing for the Shanghai Sharks.
The Adams Raiders divorce would be a happy one for both sides. Like, it's not hurting anyone's feelings. Devontae wouldn't be hurt about it. The Raiders wouldn't be hurt about it. And I think, like I said, if you're gonna get a new coach, it only makes sense to just fully reset. So that's all number 4 was. Number 5, I said this earlier. Now I can go a little bit deeper into it. I just love watching the Jets play football this year. It's just so fun. They're just so frantic. Literally, like I said, from kickoff, dude. First drive shouldn't feel like the fourth quarter, but it does. The whole game feels like the fourth quarter because you never know, because Zach Wilson could rattle off 5 passes in a row. And you have to just roll with it because the next 2 quarters, he could not complete a pass. So you got to just roll with it. And
that's
Breece
like
Hall,
him. That's like him with Dak Prescott, right? Except for the Jets fans, they don't tweet out my quarterback's the best in the league.
Right. Yeah. No, like I just love watching the Jets play because the defense is so good. And it's just, I love the frantic pace because you're sitting there watching the game and you're like, the game's got to be like 35-31. And then you look at it and it's like 3-0. And it's still the second quarter, but it feels like it's been the fourth quarter since kickoff. I love it. I just love watching the Jets play. That's why I took them this week. And the frantic
it's like watching
pace,
a Jackass video.
Yes, it's just the frantic pace does something to your brain chemistry. Like watching Robert Saleh almost throw his headset across the field in the second quarter just does something to you.
It's like every week they're getting pranked by Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, bro. It's so funny. They're the most fun team in the NFL to watch. I'm just gonna say it. And like that. So this one isn't really like anything about the Jets. It's just an opinion. Like I just love watching the Jets.
You went really deep on that one.
Yeah, I love it.
Trav, anything to say?
You have anything to say about the Jets?
I like the Jets.
My second favorite color is green. So I like them.
Good take.
I have one more thing, and it doesn't have to do about real NFL. It has to do with fantasy, and I just want to rant. I just need someone to hear me out. Okay.
All right. I'm down for this.
So I just need you guys to hear me out about this because I had a realization this week, and Travis, you'll fill me on this because we experienced it in basketball. Remember how when we played high school basketball, every team we played, they had the best game of their lives. Okay. That's me in fantasy. So I'm going to walk you guys through my
coming off a loss for me really did something to you, huh?
Yeah, it really did. We're going to walk through my 5-3 record real quick. Okay. And I'm going to outline what
worst 5-3 team in fantasy.
Yes. No, 3-5.
Oh, 3-5.
Best 3-5 team in fantasy. Okay. Week 1, I'm playing CTE.
And you know what's crazy is we have the other guy right in this call who's the exact polar opposite of you. He's Devin. He's the alternate Devin when it comes to fantasy. The man who scores like 50 points, and then the team he's going up against scores 49.
Yeah.
That's the guy we have in this call.
But not recently, bro. Everybody's been scoring low, but I've been scoring like real
all right,
low.
so let's jump into this. Okay, week 1, no one on his team has like a crazy week or anything, and I win 119-95. So over 20 points I win by, right? No one has any crazy games. Okay, we walk into week 2 now. Okay, guess who goes off? All right, I put up 118 points. Seems like a reasonable number of points to win, right?
Pretty low. 130 is around average.
Tyreek's childcare or Logan Genselmi puts up 122. But guess who goes off? DeAndre Swift. You know how many fantasy points he had? 27. Do you know what his highest week of fantasy scoring has been in the 8 weeks he's played football? 27 in week 2.
Week
Okay.
2, baby.
All right. Next up, Travis lost by half a point. Do you know who goes off? Do you know who goes off?
Trav, do you know who goes off? It's your team.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Trav, do you know who goes off?
Probably Debo that week.
Wrong.
Oh, wait, Montgomery. No. Wait, no, Montgomery.
I already know who goes off against him. I already know my answer.
I can't remember. That was
Cortland Sutton.
Oh, yeah, he went dumb.
Cortland Sutton with 19 fantasy points. Do you know what his highest scoring, do you know the only other week he scored more than 15 points in fantasy was?
Week 3.
Week 3. Okay.
He's been doing pretty solid, consistent.
So I lose by half a point there. Now let's go to Christian's game. Okay. I lose 133 to 135. Okay. Guess who goes off? Guess who has the highest production in fantasy? The second highest production week in fantasy.
Christian McCaffrey.
40 points.
For those who couldn't hear, you said 40 points.
48 points. Do you know what his highest scoring week in fantasy football is?
Week
Week 4.
That.
Week 4. All right, moving on to week 5 now. I play Broncos country.
Let's ride.
I put up 91 points. The other team put up 108 points. Do you know who happened to come off of IR that week?
Ooh, let me think.
Do you know whose first game back in the
Alvin
league it
Kamara.
was?
Alvin Kamara.
Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup. Dang it.
19 fantasy points. First week back in the league. I just happened to catch him. I just happened to catch that little
I know
stray.
he was trash till Cooper came in.
I just happened to catch that little stray from Cooper Cup. All right, moving on to week 6. No one goes off. I play Massage Masters, who I just made a trade with, and he puts up 78 fantasy points. I beat him by 30 fantasy points. I put up 112. No one on his team went off. Imagine
You are
that.
consistently putting up like 110 plus.
Mhm. Yep.
Most people are consistently putting up like 120 plus.
I'm putting up at least 100 in teens, and I'm losing by barely points. Okay, next up, let's look at Digs in a Blanket, second best team in the league. Logan Horrocks versus me, and I win 137 to 129. No one
Which is
goes off on his
crazy.
team. No one goes off on his team. I win that game.
Twice.
Now let's go to Zane's team. Let's go to
Let's
this
go.
last week.
Wait. Before you do this, I gotta get my hair right. Wait. Hold on a sec. How's my hair look?
Fine.
All right, it's fine.
Guess who goes off in week 8?
Mr. Gus the Bus Edwards, baby, and Mr. DeAndre Hopkins, but I didn't start him.
Didn't start him. Gus Edwards has damn near 30 points in fantasy.
Gus
He has
Edwards before
29.4 fantasy points. That's his highest scoring.
He averages like 7 points.
Yes.
And
Bro, he
bro,
goes off against me.
look at the rest. If you can see it, you look at the rest of my team.
I
TJ
know.
Hawkinson got like 10.
Zane, I know.
Schultz got 2.
And you know what's wild about this is if I just play Dalton Kincaid and Derek Henderson over Tony Pollard, I win that game. So I just want to say from last week's clip where you guys were talking about how I'm bad. You guys were saying that my fantasy team is good. My fantasy team is good. And I would be 6-2, maybe 7-1 if I didn't have the luck of I don't know what. But every time I play somebody, someone goes off. All right. So I blame my 3-5 record, my best 3-5 record on everybody else I played. Because there's no world in which Gus Edwards puts up 29.4 fantasy points. There's no world in which this should happen against me. And now I'm gonna have to take the punishment.
Sounds like a bad
Of
GM
having-
to me. Sounds like a bad GM to me.
I'm gonna have to take the punishment of having hot sauce because Gus fucking Edwards and Cortland Sutton butt raped me.
Wait, do we not play again? Is this over? Is this it?
Well, unless I think Travis and I play again, but I don't think I can come back unless Travis. Did you lose to Zane? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
1 and? Are you
I
1
am-
and 1?
I'm undefeated against you guys.
So Zane is 2-0. Travis,
I'm
you're 1 and 1,
undefeated
and
against
I'm
you
0 and
guys.
2. So the only way I do this is if Travis and I play the last week of the season.
Oh yeah. And then if you guys
So-
tie, you guys both have to do it. Agree right now. Agree right now. This is a
Either that-
podcast
either
for
that-
content.
Either that or
Agree
we go
right
off
now.
a record. This is between me and Trav. Trav, do you want to just agree that
Go off
if
a
I
record.
beat
Have you
in
seen
week-
your record?
in week 14, if I beat you, then and it's we're both 1 and 2, do you want to go off a record or we both want to do it? This is between me and Trav.
What do you mean go off a record?
Like,
Oh,
for the
What
go
do you
off a
think he
record?
means?
I think we both got to do it.
all right.
There
Okay.
we go. Yeah,
I'm
baby.
I'm leaving it.
Yeah,
up to Trav.
baby.